Okay, so I'm gonna start off this melody by using this beautiful lush sound inside Anna 2, and it's called Eternal, and it sounds like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a melody inside the key of B minor, and it's gonna go like this. So 3 simple chords. I'm gonna use B, A, and G. I am using the scale of D, but I'm starting this melody in the key of B minor. The BPM is going to be at 90, and follow along. Go ahead and steal these chords. No copyright infringement here. Go ahead and steal whatever you want. I don't know if this melody is going to work, but for now we're going to use it. Let's go ahead and quantize this. Velocity is already pretty good. And let's go ahead and EQ this because there's some very harsh frequencies going on. I think I am going to use a compressor for this just because, like I said, there's some pretty harsh frequencies here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this. And reduce some of this EQ. Way better. Cleaner. Let's go inside the effects of Anna 2. Reduce some of this reverb. Because it already has a lot of ambience, a lot of texture feel to it. So we just, could reduce some of that reverb. It's a little harsh. Other than that, it sounds pretty good now. So for my next instrument, I'm going to be using this nice sound called Dire DX. And it's a little bit much right now, but I am going to manipulate it into my liking. I just want to lay a even thicker foundation over the pads that we just played previously. What we're going to be basically doing is the same chord progression, just a little bit more subtle, and then EQing it like to the point where you can barely hear it. And I'm going to be adding some few notes here and there. Let's go. And I do like the grace notes that it has, so I might just leave those there. Create a little bit of some grace notes here, not too crazy. And I'm gonna go ahead and EQ this. But first, let me mess with the effects inside Anna 2 real quick. There's a lot of space here. Let's clean it up. Let's go ahead and EQ this part. Just hear more of the foundation. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of reverb inside Anna already. I actually like it sounded with a little bit more reverb, so let's go ahead and increase this. Because the EQ, the EQ kind of closed that off a little bit for the reverb, so adding a little bit more, you won't hear it as much either way, so it will make a huge difference. Now let's go ahead and stereo pan this. And then the stereo pan this to the other side. And I'm going to go ahead and probably use the same sound to create a counter melody. So let's go ahead and duplicate this. And I'm going to remove the EQ and just see how it sounds here. I'm probably just going to go ahead and try to find another sound because I don't think this sound is kind of clashing with the same sound that I used already. So for my third instrument, I cheated a little bit. I got out of Anna 2 and I'm going to use this sound inside Analog Lab 5, and it's called Shooting Stars, and it goes like this. Very sharp, high-pitched sound. So let's try to make a counter melody with this, and this is already adding like a lot of extra stuff to a melody, and especially for a beat that an artist may hop on, so it's not necessary, but we're having fun. So let's just go ahead and add it anyways. All right, perfect. Now let's go ahead and EQ this because it's way too obnoxious. And let's reduce a lot of reverb effects. Way better. That might work actually. Let's leave a little bit of this ding. Nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a vocal chop. This is one part of it right here. And we'll probably add another vocal chop after that. So let's go ahead and record this one in first. Go ahead and duplicate this because I want to add another vocal chop that kind of complements this one. So I'm going to go ahead and combine these two vocal chops right here, this, and then this one. So let's go ahead and just put these together and then EQ them like crazy and make them all blended together and stuff like that. By the way, I know I haven't made videos in a while, and if you want to find out why, just stick to the end of this video and I'll explain everything. Just wanted to throw that in there. Let's go ahead and shift these together so we can just create a stack. And I'm just going to EQ this so we can EQ both of them. And I'm going to try to put some effects in here. So I went ahead and added a little bit more effects to these vocals. Sounds like this now. Kind of warped them a little bit. A little bit more distortion. Some of this bit crush and saturation. Just to give it a little bit more like dirt. Sometimes vocals sound too clean. I like to just sometimes dirty them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying, right? All right, let's go ahead and add some drums. And after all these months, yes, I'm still using the R&B Madness kit. It's just the go-to. Let's look for a nice rim. I'm gonna just hurry up and go with works every time because it works every time. Bring the step sequencer up. Let's just put it here and here. And let's just add a little bit of reverb here. 2%. Let's leave it at 32 steps and just split this in half so we could do that little double tap at the end right there. Change the velocity. And let's go ahead and look for a nice kick. Actually, let's go for a kick. Let's go with this room kick. Pull up the step sequencer again, just makes it easier for me. Now let's split this in half again, and let's duplicate this and start a new one on this side. Beautiful. Now I'll go ahead and just add some hi-hats here. Let's go with the breezy hi-hat, kind of making like a Chris Brown type beat. I mean, what else do I make, right? Use the step sequencer again. Should we just leave them like that, or should we change the velocity up a bit, bro? We're gonna have to definitely change this up. And maybe change the note here, B2 or something like that. EQ it a little bit. And we'll add some rolls here and there. Let's just choose something a little different. Let's try these tight hi-hats. Bring the EQ back in. I don't want to lose a lot of that frequency of the high end, but kind of like those. Look for some open hats. I'm definitely going to bring this little soft ding in here. Then this is for another hi-hat to add. This one sounds nice and subtle. Let's try this one. Quantize it. I feel like this needs a little bit of reverb. I think I'm gonna just go for one more percussion instrument and that's it. Call it a day. Maybe that silk one sounds kind of cool. Just put it in there somewhere. All right, let's see if we can find a bass really quick. So I decided I'm gonna go with this Canyon bass right here. I'm gonna just raise up the volume a little bit and also raise up the frequencies after I'm done recording. And then I'm also gonna use this stone bass. Try to go through the variation of using both. Let's see how this turns out. Nice. Let's raise up these frequencies. This mid-range, low mid-range. More up here. I wonder if I raise it up one octave. That's the thing with the bass. Sometimes you just gotta mess with it a little bit. Not bad. I'll just bring it down. It might sound good. It doesn't sound too bad on that. I think I'm gonna use both. I liked how it was also before, so I might just use both, like kind of like a melody almost. Use this one as like a lower tone and then sometimes bring it up. So leave it at 0. Or just use both at the same time. Look, I just figured something out. And now I'm gonna use this stone bass. I'm gonna just mute these real quick. Just use some variation, why not? I feel like I should cut these off a little bit, like right there, just. Definitely gonna raise up the velocity in all of these. All right, now let's go ahead, rearrange this beat, and let's hear the final result in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Bless those keys, the RMC.
Now that you're at the deep end, comment down below deep end if you still remember this. You know, on YouTube, taking a break for even like 2 months is so much. And yes, I took a break for almost 3 months, it feels like. And the only reason I did that was because I felt a little bit burnt out, I'm not gonna lie. And the second reason was because I was working on this vocal sample pack that I thought was gonna be ready like way before. In April, I thought it was gonna be done already, or in June even. But now we're in July and it's still not finished. I really want to put it together to the point where it's super easy to use and anyone can use it. I want to be able to just put it out there and to make sure it's a good product and not give you guys like crappy products. So definitely still working on that vocal sample pack, and it is going to come very soon. I think I have like 10 more to work on, and after that I'm just going to release it as soon as it's ready. But that's some of the main reasons why I haven't been posting. But you know, with that enough being said, I will continue to make beats unless you guys don't want to see me make beats. You know, comment down below, hey man, please don't stop making music. It helps me through my day, or I love the melodies, or whatever. I don't care. Like, I appreciate if you guys comment anything at all, to be honest. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you are ready for this vocal sample pack. It's called Grace Harmonies. I already have all the artwork done. Everything was done, ready to go. Just working on a few little things here and there, but hopefully it will be ready soon. Anyways, till next time, guys, stay blessed, God bless, and stay safe out there. So yeah, till next time, peace.